Hey guys, it's Jessii Vee, and as you can tell behind me, I have my new Halloween backdrop. I feel like I'm always blocking the important parts of this backdrop, but as you can see, we have a group of trick-or-treaters who have jack-o'-lantern heads, so it's actually really fitting for this video in particular. But it's like this cool painting style. They look so creepy. I love it. I love it. I'm also wearing a jack-o'-lantern shirt, so we have a whole theme going on here. I was actually originally gonna be posting this video on October 1st, but I was just too excited, so we're posting a day early. But yeah, this is the start of my Halloween content. So please comment down below any sort of ideas that you want me to talk about for Halloween. Now, since I have a new backdrop behind me, that means I'm gonna be announcing the winner of last month's backdrop. The contest was on my Whimsy Wonders Instagram account, and the winner is Amy_13_SF. So congratulations and thank you to everyone who followed that account. I really appreciate the support. And now to announce how to win this backdrop. So as you guys may have heard in my last video, I started a TikTok account. My account is official Jessii Vee. So to enter to win this backdrop, all you have to do is go over there, follow that account, and I'm gonna be picking the winner based on who I see commenting and liking my videos the most, all through October. And also you have to be subscribed to this YouTube channel and turn on your notification bell. So without further ado, let's get into the dark history of jack-o'-lanterns. So back in 1663, the term jack-o'-lantern was actually used to describe a person and not pumpkins. The term was used to refer to a man with a lantern or a night watchman. So basically back in that time, if you ever saw a man walking around at night holding a lantern in his hands, you'd be like, oh, that man is a jack-o'-lantern. Doesn't really make sense to us now, but it did to them back then. But then at some point in the 1700s, the term jack-o'-lantern began to be used to refer to the mysterious lights sometimes seen at night over bogs, swamps, and marshes. These ghost lights are also called will-o'-the-wisps and are created when gases from decomposing plant matter ignite as they come into contact with electricity or heat as they oxidize. So people would literally be walking along at night and would see this sinister glow over swamps. And for centuries before the scientific reason for this happening was known, people would tell these crazy stories and legends about what it actually was. So back in the 1500s in Ireland, those stories always revolved around a guy named Jack, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So here is the legend of Jack. And like I said, this legend goes far back into Irish history. The story goes that there was this man named Jack who was known as a trickster. He loved to play pranks on his mom, his sisters, his friends, his family, and everyone was just so tired of it. Because his pranks were never funny, they were often cruel. One night, he went to his favorite pub and sat beside an evil spirit. And the evil spirit offered to buy Jack a drink in exchange for his soul. Jack agreed to this, and the spirit turned itself into a coin to pay for the drinks. But because Jack was such a trickster, Jack stole back the coin and put it in his pocket beside a cross necklace. And the cross kept the spirit from changing back into his regular form. Jack said he would only let the spirit free if he promised to not take Jack's soul. So the spirit agreed and was freed, because obviously this evil spirit didn't want to stay in a coin form forever. Well, many years later, Jack died and went up to the gates of heaven, but wasn't allowed in because he was a very cruel man. So yeah, he was a pretty terrible man and didn't care for anybody else but himself. So he wasn't allowed into heaven. But the problem was, he also wasn't allowed to go to the bad place down under, because that spirit promised him he wouldn't take his soul. So he was stuck in the netherworld in between both of these places, doomed to walk the earth by himself. Now this netherworld, or the in-between that he was stuck in, was pitch black. So he asked the evil spirit if he could have a light that he could carry around with him. So the spirit tossed him some embers from a flame, and Jack had a turnip with him since it was one of his favorite foods. So he hollowed out this turnip and put the light inside of it. And from that day forward, Jack roamed the earth without a resting place, with only his dim turnip lighting the way. And that's how the story goes, and that's how it's been told for many, many years. Now, I had no idea, but the original jack-o'-lantern wasn't made out of a pumpkin, but it was actually made out of a turnip. And that is because pumpkins did not exist in Ireland. So ancient Celtic cultures in Ireland carved turnips on All Hallows Eve and placed an ember in them to ward off evil spirits. But years and years after doing this, upon their arrival in the New World, they realized that pumpkins were so much easier to carve, so they started using those instead of the turnips. And guys, I don't even know how they managed to carve such small vegetables for so many years, because I personally even have trouble carving like a normal large pumpkin. How did they deal with these tiny little things? Like, have you guys seen the size of a turnip beside a pumpkin? It's ridiculous. But yeah, apparently the reason we put pumpkins out on our porch is to ward off any evil, because the scary faces on the pumpkins literally scare the evil spirits away. And just to add on to the story that I just told, never ever make any deals with any evil spirits, never communicate with evil, because nothing good ever comes out of it. If you look at any old legends and folk tales about people who made deals to sell their souls, nothing good comes out of it. You should always surround yourself with like good things and positivity. Like, I know a lot of the origins from Halloween come from really dark and evil places, but when I was growing up, I never associated Halloween with evil. It was always just this fun holiday that my family and I would celebrate, but we never celebrated evil. So it all depends on how you go about it. Now, through my research, I actually found an original jack-o'-lantern, literally back from like the 1800s. They kept this extremely old turnip jack-o'-lantern from 1850. It's all shriveled up and creepy looking now and has teeth and everything. Now, this is apparently kept in the Museum of Country Life in Mayo, and it just truly shows how strange they really used to look. Like, the modern pumpkins you see with like the triangle eyes and the big toothy smile, that was not how they used to look. People literally just used to carve like little circles for eyes and like a long mouth with like realistic looking teeth in it. So we've definitely made jack-o'-lanterns a lot more modern. Anyways guys, that is the end of today's video. I was so excited to make my very first Halloween themed video. I know I always do spooky videos, but I'm trying to like incorporate a lot of actual Halloween aspects into this month's videos. So if you have any suggestions of what you want me to cover, definitely comment it down below. And don't forget, I have a bunch of new handmade Halloween earrings that I made over on my Whimsy Wonders account on Instagram. They're selling out really fast, so if you would like one, definitely go over to that Instagram account and check it out. And also don't forget to follow official Jessii Vee on TikTok if you would like to enter to win this backdrop. Comment on videos and like videos all through October, and if I see your name pop up a lot, you will be the winner. But yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!